Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Tom Butler. We continue following breaking news north of the metro. 5 law enforcement officers have been shot and they have been rushed to the hospital. This happened in Glendorado Township, that's in Benton County, about 20 miles east of St. Cloud. The sheriff's office says it is being assisted by several public safety agencies on what is still an unfolding incident. Our Rob Olson is in Glendorado right now. He joins us live with the very latest. Rob, what have we found out? Good morning.
Well, we have confirmed here that a suspect has been taken into custody after this, what has been a massive law enforcement response here in Glendorado Township, as you mentioned, east of St. Cloud. And you can still see down the road here to the south of me, all the lights back there. Again, a huge law enforcement response, but also 5 officers injured in this. Non-life-threatening injuries is what we have been told. Show you some of the video here from this scene here this morning. Told this was a warrant serve at around 8 o'clock this morning at a home here near this township with multiple law enforcement agencies. Shots fired. Again, 5 officers injured, 3 taken to the hospital at North Memorial. Well, 2 taken to the hospital in St. Cloud. But again, I repeat, I am told non-life threatening injuries, but we don't know anything more than that in terms of the extent of those injuries, just non-life threatening. Told then within the last half hour or so, a suspect then who was in this residence here taken into custody. We do not know his condition at this point. Shouldn't even say we know a gender. We just know that a suspect taken into custody at this home near Glendorado Township. Again, still a lot of agencies down there. We were just told that there will be a news conference coming up here. A time has not been set on that yet, but we were just informed here a moment ago that there will be a news conference coming up here shortly. Again, no time set on that, to get more information about exactly what transpired, the conditions of these officers, which agencies they're from. Multiple agencies, though, involved in this morning. So a warrant being served that involves multiple agencies. So hopefully we'll find out more information about what sort of warrant, what the response was, and again, the nature of the injuries to these officers and the suspect that they have taken into custody. At this point, though, that is, even though still a lot of law enforcement here, that situation is resolved anyway, and things will start to wind down here a little bit. But a lot of more information here yet to come. Back to you.
Right. Well, thanks for filling us in on the blanks there from Benton County. That's Rob Olson reporting. Thank you, Rob. Some of the injured officers have been rushed to North Memorial Hospital, which is where our Corn Hoggard is located. He joins us now with the very latest and what you have found out there at the hospital. Corn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Yeah, a lot of officers arriving and family members arriving here at North Memorial. In fact, we just saw a helicopter arriving here, and we'd heard that the suspect was taken away from that scene via helicopter. However, we were told it was unlikely he'd come here to North Memorial because they are also treating 3 of the injured officers here right now. I did earlier today talk to a man who identified himself as the best friend of the first officer who was struck by gunfire in this incident. He told me that his friend took 2 bullets to the chest area, but he has had surgery and he is now recovering elsewhere. So again, the injuries not life-threatening for any of these officers. His injuries were believed to be the worst, but he is conscious and talking, and therefore it sounds like his condition is not as bad as his friend had worried. But he and family members have arrived here to check in on the officer. We've seen officers from several different agencies arriving here as well to check on some of those injured officers. Do not know, however, if that chopper arriving just now was indeed carrying the suspect or just some other patient, but we are aware from law enforcement sources that that suspect was flown from this scene not very long ago. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on here at the hospital, and we'll get back to you with further details as they become available. For now, we're live in Robbinsdale. Corn Hoggard, Fox 9.
All right, Corin, thanks so much. Corn Hoggard reporting for us there from North Memorial.